Hey guys, I wanted to just go over what is going to happen on Friday, April 23rd. So that's this Friday. I will be out of the classroom that day, and you will have the sub, Mrs. Hawes. You've actually had her before, but now she'll actually be in person with some of you that are on campus. Also, for those of you at home, she's going to definitely try to start the Google Meet, but if for some reason she's having problems getting the Google Meet started, I wanted you to be aware of what you need to do for the class period. So what I'm presenting to you is what will launch on your Google Classroom on Friday during your class period. And it's going to be a choice day. So I'm giving you guys 3 different assignments to choose from. You need to at least work through one of them. Definitely in the class period, you should be able to complete at least one assignment, if not more. And so if time allows, I'm going to ask that you do multiple assignments. As we're gearing up for testing, I'm giving you some review. So the first choice is going to be area of triangles and trapezoids. The second choice is going to be solving equations. It's an all operations maze. And the third choice will be comparing and ordering rational numbers, which is also going to be a maze. I put down here a reminder of what the formulas for triangles and trapezoids are. So you guys know triangles, you do base times height divided by 2, or you can do 1/2 times base times height. For areas of triangles, for areas of trapezoids, you do 1/2 times height, parentheses, base 1 plus base 2. Or you can always decompose the trapezoids into rectangles and triangles to solve for that total area. Now, let's take a look at what these assignments are going to look like. So the first one is the area of triangles and trapezoids. You're going to see this slide, and slide 3 is where you're going to start working. So it says to drag and place the expression that could be used to find the area of the figure in the white box. So there's 4 questions here. You are going to look at the options here. You're going to decide which one is the correct expression that you could use. And whatever one you think it is, we'll click on it, and then you'll just drag it over into the white box, and that will be your answer. Slide number 4 here, you're using the given information to drag or type the correct answer to each problem in the white boxes. And so you'll read through the question, and again, you have different choices here that you will put the correct one into the white box. On part C here, it says to calculate and record the area used for each of the flowers below. So you will look over here and solve for the total area of the ivy and the total area of the roses. Keep in mind, guys, that you could always use the line tool if you wanted to draw a line in a certain place, if you wanted to divide up a shape into 2 separate shapes, like a rectangle and a triangle, you could definitely use that line tool for yourself. Moving on to slide 5 here, it says to drag and drop the area of each figure into the blue box. Not all pieces will be used. So over here on the right hand side, you see that there's multiple answers. What you guys will do will be to calculate the area of these shapes, and then you'll pick the correct answer and drag it over into the blue boxes. Last slide here that you'll work through will be these 3 students have already calculated the area of their polygons here. Your job will be to figure out if they are correct or if they're not correct. If they are not correct, then you will calculate to figure out what actually is the area, and you'll type the answer in the white box. Slide 7 will be to add your work. So if you're in class with Mrs. Hawes, you guys can actually turn your work in to her at the end of class. Or if you want to upload a photo of your work, that's always an option. Your second choice is solving equations. It's a maze, and you guys have done these mazes before, so you guys know that you need to copy and paste the arrows in the right direction of the path that you're taking. You're going to see all different operations on this maze, and so you'll see addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. You're starting right here with x plus 13 equals 20. Just a reminder, guys, in order to solve these, we do those inverse operations. So we want to do the opposite of what it's asking to help us to solve for the value of the variable. And then whatever path you're choosing, so if you're starting here, if you think the answer is 22 or 7 or 25, 17, or 33, you will copy and paste. So if you think it's, let's say 33, you'll go in that direction, okay? Also, you can show your work on slide number 2, or again, if you're in person, you can turn in your work at the end of the period. The last choice is comparing and ordering rational numbers. And so this is going back to our positive and negative numbers that we worked with in Module 3. And you'll start over here on the very right-hand side. It says the greatest of these numbers. So you're comparing negative 4/10, -3/10, and -1, and they're looking for the greatest. So if it's greatest, if they're negative, you want the one that's going to be closest to 0, because those would be the greatest. The farther away from 0 on that negative side, the smaller the number becomes. And so you, again, start here. Again, you'll see the arrows over here on the left side. You'll copy and paste those arrows in the correct direction that you're going. Again, slide 2 is for you to add your work, or if you're in person, you can turn your work in to Mrs. Hawes at the end of class. So that is what you will see, guys, on Friday. It is expected that you are on your best behavior for Mrs. Hawes. And again, for those of you at home, if for some reason there is trouble with the Google Meet and getting logged in, please know that this is what you should be working on throughout your class period on Friday. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday and a good weekend, and I will see you back in class on Monday.